It's Sunday. It's 2 o'clock, a little bit after 2 o'clock. And I'm just now picking up the camera and just about to trip over Genesis because she's literally standing right underneath me. So far I've done the usual, worked out, put my laundry away, but just been moving really slowly. I was talking to a friend earlier today and just kind of taking my time on Sunday. But I'm finally downstairs because it's time for me to eat. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat some leftovers from P.F. Chang's last night, and I'm going to watch the rest of this movie, which I started last night, The Impossible. It came out in 2012, and I think it was like, not to mimic, but it was like inspired by the tsunami that happened around that time. So I have about 45 minutes left of that. But I just skimmed through some of the comments from yesterday's upload, and before I forget, someone asked for me to show what salads I get from Trader Joe's, and I really should have showed them to you yesterday because it just seems like that would have been a smart thing to do. But these are the ones that I normally get. So I get the Chinese chicken salad, and you can see I have 2 of them. So this is one that I normally get. I also normally get this one here, the broccoli, slaw, kale, and white chicken salad. I think there's 2 of them in here. Yeah, this is the second one there. I got the classic Greek salad. And then the one that I ate yesterday that I really like is this kale and edamame salad. So they're pretty filling. When I take them to school, like when I eat them for lunches during the work week, I usually eat the salad and like a fruit of some sort, like some apple slices. But yesterday you saw that I had that with a BLT. So I just made that. That was what I had for lunch. And then the 2 things that I mentioned that I was excited about that I'd never tried before, this is one of them. It's just this sparkling berry lemonade. I had some of it last night with dinner, and it tastes like cherry 7-Up, which is not a bad thing, but I tried that out. And then I never buy frozen foods from them, but everybody's like, that's what I love about Trader Joe's is you can get such good food there. But I saw this and it sounded good. And in fact, I might have it with dinner tonight. It's French onion, macaroni, and cheese. So it has Swiss cheddar and croutons in it, which reminds me, I need to take out whatever I need for dinner. So I'm gonna cook this here. Sheet pan cilantro chicken with shawarma, spiced vegetables, and tahini sauce. That's looking really light. Like, that's not gonna quite be enough. And one of the ingredients that I'm looking at is a sweet potato, so I probably won't even make those vegetables. So more than likely, I will be having that macaroni and cheese to go with it for dinner. I'll be sure to let you guys know how that goes. But that's pretty much it. Nothing else is going on so far. I'm just gonna have leftovers for lunch, watch the rest of that movie, just relax. Probably look at my schedule for the upcoming week and like fill that in. The dogs have no water, poor things. Fill my calendar in so I'm ready to go. And that's it. I don't have anything else planned at all, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna eat, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay.
I just finished folding my last little load of laundry, which was just towels. So I just folded those, put those away. I have these pieces of clothing here still hanging, but they're not 100% dry yet. but I will get that taken care of before I go to bed. And then I actually had to just take some Advil because I have a headache. So I watched the rest of that movie, Limitless. I ate my leftover P.F. Chang's, and then I found out that that movie Limitless was actually based on a true story, because there were some moments where I was watching that movie where I was like, this is just unreal. Like, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but like things were just working out a little too well in some parts, but it turns out that it's a true story, so I guess that all did happen. So I finished that. I took a nap. Laid down, watched the Golden Girls. I just also finished responding to your comments to the vlog that went up this morning, and a couple of you asked, and I put it in the response in the comment section, but it's also in the description on scene. So some of you thought I was listening to a podcast yesterday when I was driving, or you didn't know the name of the book that I was listening to. So the name of the book I was listening to is So You Want to Talk About Race, and I talked about that book on Instagram, and I also believe I mentioned it in the vlog, but just in case, I'm going to show it to you. Excuse me while you walk in my dark hallway. I'm going to show it to you because it is a good book, and I want you to see it if it's something that you think you might want to read. So this was the book I was listening to. So I have the actual book itself, but I also have a subscription to Audible, and I like to be able to listen to these books as I drive, but also have the book so I can annotate. And so that's what I was listening to. And the audio version of that book is actually free on Audible right now. So if you subscribe to Audible and you don't have any credits, I know for sure that you can get it downloaded for free. I'm just not sure if you aren't subscribed to Audible, if you sign up and create an account, whether or not you'll just be able to download it for free. I don't really know if there's any sort of difference between those two situations, but nevertheless, it's free on Audible if you have an account. The book, I did link it to those two individuals that asked about it. I will try and remember to link it in the description box when I'm editing today's video. But it's a really good book. It's very historical. Like the title is So You Want to Talk About Race, and that particular clip that I was listening to was just getting into the beginnings of the conversation about why the relationship between people of color and law enforcement has been so contentious, not just in recent months, but just generally speaking historically. And it was just giving some historical background as to what the root cause of that is. And I do like the fact that she talks about how, or she makes it clear she's not saying every person in law enforcement is bad, and that police themselves are bad, or that's what needs to be improved upon is the culture of law enforcement. And the culture of law enforcement was based on some historically what is the word I'm looking for? Not inaccurate. Some moments in history that really shouldn't have existed. That was pitting racial groups against each other. So that answers that question. So what I'm getting ready to do right now is I'm going to go downstairs. I guess I'll just take you guys with me. And I'm getting ready to cook. And it's going to be a modified situation because I am not going to be making those. This is Jenny's sweater that I need to put away. I'm not going to be making those sweet potatoes that appear to be chopped up and baked. But there's some other vegetables that went along with that, so I'm going to see what I want to do with that. But instead, the main side dish is going to be that macaroni and cheese. So actually, let me go downstairs. I'll pick the camera back up when I get myself situated in there, because I don't want to fall down the stairs, because I'm trying to vlog and walk down the stairs at the same time, which is something that I would do. So I'll see you down in the kitchen. Just looked through the recipe and everything and just realized I didn't plan this out very well. So there's going to be a delay in when I eat. So here's everything that comes with the recipe. And essentially this and the spice and the dates would be the things that I would be using for the like the vegetable mix. This right here that I'm not making. So I was just kind of reading through the recipe to see what exactly do I need to do with the chicken, because what's going to happen is I'm only really going to make the chicken portion of this. And it looks like to make the chicken, I'm actually putting it in the oven at 450 for about 20 minutes. And the reason why I planned that poorly is because I just assumed that the chicken was going to be made like in a non-stick skillet, because that's 9 times out of 10 how the chicken is prepared. And the problem is that it needs to be baked, but this macaroni and cheese that I'm gonna have as a substitute needs to be baked as well. So this is what it looks like unpackaged. I just read the directions, and you need to bake this in the oven, because I'm not gonna microwave it. That just feels wrong to me for the first time. You need to bake that in the oven for 50 minutes, I think it says, 45 to 50 minutes at 375. So it's a different temperature. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put this in the oven right now, let that bake, and then when that finishes baking, I will turn the oven up to 475, bake the chicken, and then I'll be good to go. I think what I'll do is I'll just kind of like cut these up and the onions up, or the onion up in a skillet, and just like saute those and have that with the chicken, so that does not go to waste. But so I'll probably be eating around 7:30ish, somewhere between 7:30 to 8, which honestly is not atypical, but I thought I would be eating earlier. So I'm gonna get all this situated, and while everything is baking, I'll probably edit portions of today's footage, and at least then I'll feel like I'm being productive while this stuff is in the oven. So there's that. Here's what we have so far. Excuse me. So here's the chicken. I had to make this cilantro sauce, and some of it is set to the side because you're going to put that on top of the chicken, or I'm going to put that on top of the chicken, and then the rest stayed in the bowl, and then the chicken just sits and marinates in there for at least 10 minutes. It'll obviously marinate longer while we wait for the excuse me, macaroni and cheese. And then I did decide to cut up that poblano pepper and red onion and just saute them and just have them for something on the side. While I was doing that, I was watching YouTube. I'm currently watching the latest video, I think, from Chronicles of Teacher Tay. If you don't know about his channel or his Instagram account, I highly suggest that you follow him. He's just a breath of fresh air. So I think this is his excuse me, first day back from winter break. I also cleaned up the area that I was working and wiped up the stove. There's Riley in the spot he's always in while I'm cooking. And then now I'm just going to take out the trash from cooking right now, but then also take out the trash and the recycling for the week, because that gets picked up on Mondays. And I have about 20 more minutes left for this macaroni and cheese. And I kind of feel like I'm gonna put those vegetables on top of the macaroni and cheese, but we'll see. So I have about 20 minutes. I'm gonna go upstairs, edit the footage from today that I have so far. When the 20 minutes is up, I'll take the macaroni and cheese out, put the chicken in, and then if I need to keep editing, I'll do that then. So when it's all done, I'll let you see what the macaroni and cheese look like, and I'll definitely taste it and see if it's good, in case you're one of the many people who goes to Trader Joe's and wants to try it out. So I will see you in about probably a little bit more than 20 minutes, because the macaroni and cheese is gonna have to cool, but I'll let you know how it tastes. I finished cooking. It's about 8 o'clock, just like I thought, but it took a little bit longer because I wanted to finish editing upstairs, straighten up, put everything in containers. But here is what my plate looks like for tonight. So I just put the vegetables on the side, and then there's chicken with the sauce on top, and then this macaroni and cheese. I have not tasted it yet because I wanted to taste it for the first time with all of you. So let me take a little taste here. I don't know if I said, but the croutons being in this make me a little nervous. Like, are they going to be soggy? Are they going to be crunchy? But let's see. The croutons are crunchy, and the macaroni and cheese is pretty good. I would like compare it to maybe on the same level, slightly better than like a Panera. I mean, I have family members that make like a solid baked macaroni and cheese, so it's always going to be compared to that. But for a frozen macaroni and cheese from Trader Joe's, if you need something quick, a quick side dish, this isn't bad. So if I had to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, I'd give it a thumbs up. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it like a 7.5, 8. So not bad, but that's it for me. I'm getting ready to eat dinner, sit down, watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta and see what's going on there. And then I'll go upstairs and make sure I have my shirt pulled out for the day, because I just realized I forgot to do that. And then I'm just gonna read for the rest of the night and do a face mask, relax, and take some melatonin to get ready for Monday. So if you enjoyed the vlog, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to leave some comments in the comment section, feel free to do so, as long as they are positive. I hope that you guys stay well, and I will see you tomorrow. See you then. Bye.